go. Are we live? Hi. I am having to talk a bit quietly. Other people are asleep in bed. I've just noticed. Did it was shut? Looked like it was open. So. Apparently at 6 o'clock, Gnosis would have jumped to a new system. There was a Twitter tweet last night, just after midnight, that suggested that things have gone horribly wrong. Won't spoil it. Yesterday I decided that my decided that my Runtastic streaming account needs to be on the Gnostics, the Gnosis, to see what's going on, and that would be a good way of getting a bit of exploration data, because that's a good way of making, and I wanted to get some distance so I could unlock an engineer for later on. So it took me about just over an hour and a half to fly out here. It's you don't hang about and wait, you just beep, scan, jump. I was doing about 1 jump a minute. I had about 100 jumps today. That'll give you a bit of an indication. You do have to stop every now and then to do a big fuel up. Let's put this on. So, according to... Oh, you know what I haven't done? I was having some problems with my computer system. I completely forgot to plug in my controls. There. Program. We've got it. Right, so I'll be in own sector. It is a galactic map. But not in the own sector. In the system that we're jumping. So apparently at 6 o'clock, supposed to be jumping section. I don't really want to launch out my ship. So oh, there you go. Oh, it's 7 o'clock. Oh, 700. No, I'm sure I read something. 6 o'clock. Pretty confusing information out. So, oh, if you just bear with me one moment. I don't know if you can hear me because gate set quietly. Don't know. In the in the house. For anyway. Oh, excuse me. I yawning. Let's go. I'm just looking for tweeted out. Rolling. Um, Ah, here it is. Okay, so. There we go. Scientific research vessel left stranded following a Thargoid. The Gnosis, flagship of the camp research group, recently made a hyperspace jump in sector FNJ0, which have a look at. A short time later, the following message from Matthias. We were a short way into our journey when the Gnosis was hyperdicted by a group of Thargoid vessels, which real space called systems getting the frameshift drive. There's no doubt we would have been destroyed if not for some of the commanders traveling with us. Lured the Thargoids away, projecting alloys were holds. The aliens were more interested in scooping up the meta alloys than the commanders later reported that Thargoid vessels were the recently identified Hydra interceptors. The Gnosis is currently adrift close to the 8th planet of the Outop system. Begun essential repairs. There is a risk that it may return, or we could escape. Here I am. It's exciting, isn't it? As it happened, I don't know. Confusing. According to this, 7 o'clock. According to this, it's 6:08. It might be another. It might be 8 o'clock that it happened. According to this, at 8 o'clock, systems are going to be down for 40 minutes. At 8 o'clock, which suggests that they do it as part of the update. Which suggests that it hasn't happened. Talking quietly into the microphone, so I don't know whether you hear me. Ooh. Yes, which means I could, well, go back to bed and go at 20 to 9. All right. Yes, and me. I thought it would have been super cool. I know. I am talking quietly, but I'm not sure how far away from volume my voice. Just go back. E96. Apparently. Into. Yeah. Right out there and go back again. And wait for it. Well, has it got a bit on system? don't worry about the bang, I've got the volume turned down on speakers. So it's only going to be loud for you. Yeah, okay. So what I'll do though is I'll just return to the surface. We'll see. Yeah, I actually read it as rebuy. So, yes, okay, that's fine. Okay, well, have a nice day at work today. Hope it's not too busy. And, yes, we don't appear to have gone anywhere. So what I'm anticipating is going to happen is that the update at 8 o'clock is the update that will move the ship. From the report, it looks like the ship's going to move one system on. Probably fly over there and fly back in, scan the system. This isn't the ship to do it. Yeah. And then there'll be lots of fire and brimstone when we launch the ship. Special effect. The Gnosis. Petrol. So what I did to get here was that I upgraded to the Cobra Mark III. The adder that I upgraded to in the last stream that I played, Elite Dangerous, this wasn't really have the jump range that I was looking for. It didn't really have the speed. It wasn't really.
Landing gear retracted.
maneuverability. Trees. There we go. Trees. Lots of trees. Anyway. So, unfortunately, it would appear that the Gnosis isn't happening for another hour and 20 minutes.
Permission granted, Commander. Laboratory space will be allocated upon a successful landing.
Landing gear deployed.
Oh, oops. That wrong. Imminently.
Landing complete. Commence
But as you can see there, it hasn't actually gone yet.
your laboratory awaits.
It's a bit of a shame. If it was woken up and it would already be there. I was having problems with the computer system, so I'm going to leave it on. But, yes. So that's basically it. So unfortunately, Gnosis hasn't moved to its destination. Got to wait until the update is going to be at 8 o'clock downtime. So 9. It looks like that's when Gnosis is doing the jump. And does look like it's not going to happen quite as expected, or as expected. Go from there. Now, subject, something that I've been thinking a lot about recently, or relatively, and it's about the Thargoid war that's taking, or seems to be, and I've got this theory that in this war, the Thargoids are actually the bad guys. I'm not saying they're not dangerous and don't attack us, because obviously they are attacking. I got into a conversation about a week ago, close to the heist started. Rolling down through Facebook at the moment. There's a story. It's one of the ones that you find on the, you know, when you go out and you're checking out big ships. Some of them have got stories, and you sort of pick up all the bits, and it's like part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, and then listen to it, and it's voice acted. And one of those stories, Mercy, I'm trying to find it at the moment, web page which is designed to stop you from finding it. Oh, I know what I do. And click on. Really? I don't. So basically, Facebook has this wonderful system of reordering everything to the order that it thinks that you want to find something, which does absolutely bugger all in helping you find anything that you were looking at or used recently. So I made a post 2 weeks ago, Friday. Yeah, people talking about the Gnosis. It was pre the Gnosis. Rolls. Oh, search. Facebook. Crap. There were a load of people that were commenting on it as well, so it'd probably be in the notifications. Remember, I've got lots of friends, post lots of stuff. Yes. Right, I found the post. Here it is.
Production is currently at 91%. The specifications for these new weapons are unique, so it's only natural we'd have teething problems when calibrating our machinery. Normally, head office would be sticking their oar in, but they've been conspicuous in their silence. Could be something to do with the fact that Aegis has given us the blueprints to the most sophisticated weaponry in the galaxy. The corporation's set to make a fortune when these prototypes go to mass production. Of course, we're also proud to be safeguarding the galaxy from the Thargoid threat. And it helps that Aegis is paying us a fortune for the privilege. Today, we had the royal visit. Spot check from the man at Aegis. He walked in, black-suited and slick-haired, hulking bodyguards like it was the...
Right, this one is Mercy.
Things have become complicated over the last few days. I would have submitted a report sooner, but I've been trying to quell a widespread panic. It started last week, scattered reports of strange sightings. Then a mining ship came in saying it had a close encounter. I laughed at that, until I reviewed the ship's security feed. There's definitely something out there. I couldn't do anything to contain the rumors. I'm not even sure I wanted to. The people in this colony have a right to know. They have a right to be protected. I've attached a full report requesting an investigation. We need assurances that we're going to be protected from whatever's out there. I would appreciate it if someone would respond to this request soon. It's been 3 weeks, and you've still not responded. Not even a line about there being nothing to worry about. You've left me with no other option. I'm authorizing the evacuation of the colony. Believe me, this isn't a decision I've taken lightly. But people are already leaving of their own accord, and with all these encounters that have been happening, I'm not gonna lie. I'm just as spooked as everyone else. Another couple of days, and we're out of here. I just gotta straighten out a couple of logistical issues, and this place will be cleared. I'm willing to accept the consequences, even if it means my job. Like I say, I've been left with little option. We were too late. No. I was too late. This is my fault. The facility came under attack before I'd evacuated even half the colonists. Distress signals were sent out on all channels, but I got no idea if anyone's gonna receive them. For all I know, these things could be blocking out our relays. Things. Might as well call them what they are. Aliens. They bypassed our sensors and destroyed half the HAB units before we even knew what was happening. I've gathered together a group of survivors and we're gonna make a run for the main hangar. If there's a working ship, then we might have a chance. But if anyone at HQ gets this message, we need an immediate military response. And I mean a whole fleet. Whatever these things are, they're not messing around. So we made it to the hangar. No sign of trouble, then wham! An alien ship appears and starts gliding toward us. I froze. I'm not ashamed to admit it. Everyone else did too. We thought we were done. But the ship just floated there, like it was looking at us, thinking about its next move. And it let out this sound. And it just drifted away. Who knows why it let us go? I can't explain it, but this isn't the time for questions. We gotta get out of here. This will be my last report. Just know that you left us to die out here, and I hope that haunts you forever.
So, my theory is that the reason that Let's Go up until the moment that it saw hangar, right up before that moment, it didn't know humans there. So the only information that the Thargoids had at that point was that the scans telling it that Guardian Tech, that the Guardian Tech scans. Now, if a Thargoid that wore the Guardian and they pick up live information in some way indicate site contains Guardian, and if the structure doesn't look like a structure, it would be better to be safe than sorry and start attacking. It's what we humans do. Shoot first, ask questions. But then when it saw the human, it's suddenly like, oh, this is humans messing about with Guardian, studying it. They've accidentally activated. We should never, you know what I mean? And it's kind of, oh, hang on a minute, mind blown. There aren't any Guardians here. We did a scan and discovered that there weren't Guardians. It was doing the tech first, Guardian second. There's a streamer called Malik. He's actually been saying the same thing as me. He came to the same conclusions, his own route. So he got hyperdicted. He got hyperdicted and got scanned, and he was carrying Thargoid stuff, and it scanned him. Nothing he could do because he let the ship be taken over, and then it made this sort of Thargoid noise, and he then dropped Thargoid stuff and basically backed away, and the Thargoid ignored him, picked up the stuff. And the funny thing about it was that apparently Thargoids can only hold 5 items in their cargo hold because it needed to call a friend. to pick up the remaining. And at no point did Malik get attacked by the Thargoid. So if there's like a sentient being in the ship, a Thargoid ship, then it will not attack you unless you're carrying Guardian tech or objects or Thargoid objects, or you crash into them, or you encroach in their 500 meters what do they call it? What's the word? Personal space. We shoot it, you know. Then, if you're already engaging with a Thargoid ship, another one comes in, yes, it will just start attacking. Because you're attacking its mate. Pretty much anything that a human would do in the same situation. Alien comes into your personal space, you're gonna push back. So, all the other stories where Thargoids have attacked and destroyed the station, when you're listening to the story, they usually say something like, we're trapped in this area, we're locked in this thing, and yeah, and we've got air, but the temperature's dropping, and all this sort of stuff. At no point does the Thargoid actually see humans. In the great big scheme of things, it may well be that the Thargoids are the bad guys. But in this instance, we're attacking them as they're attacking us, as they think we're Guardians. If you take away the Guardian tech and leave them alone, they leave us alone. If the Galnet story turns out to be true, Thargoids stop us from going into their own sector because we're carrying Thargoid objects and they want them back. We've stolen their stuff and they want their stuff back. And when we give them their stuff back, they ignore the Gnosis, which might well give us a thing about stations being attacked. Maybe the stations got the Guardian tech in them, and that's why they're being targeted. And because they're attacking the station, they're not seeing there's humans aboard, or the humans are not giving back their stuff. They're attacking because they're not getting stuff back. Excuse me. So all of these things lead me to believe that there's an imbalance in the storyline. The narrative causality is telling me that inside the story, we're the bad guys. We're attacking them. We're not understanding what's actually happening. We're doing the shoot first and ask questions later. When you look at a lot of the information that we've got on the Thargoids, a lot of the decisions that we've made is based on what we know. Thargoid, that they're a dangerous. they've got capabilities, they've got different ability. We don't know what their jump capability is. It might not be. It might be extremely, you know. So most of the information we've gleaned out the Thargoid in making our decision was given to us the Guardians. Guardians are the people that the Thargoids are at war with. So they don't like each other. It could be that the information that we've been picking up isn't historical. The propaganda that Thargoid leaders created to get Thargoids riled up, fight the war. It suggests that the Thargoids shot first, but we don't know that that's the case. We do know that the Guardian warlike. They're all about guarding, but guarding means weapons, doesn't it? Can't guard things without weapons. Hey, here, get off the grass. No. What are you going to do about it? Tell you more sternly. Why does it? You have to have some sort of deterrent, threats, something that says, me, I'm in charge. Or respect. Get off the grass. No. It's, you know, it's kind of like, but the grass will be damaged if you're doing that. I'm a gardener. I'm a respected person. I'm talking about. Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to. Wasn't me. Two sides. So, the victors in a war are the people who write about it, because they normally destroy the information that the weaker side, the losers, had. So, if the victors have written the story and the Guardians think themselves the victors, they're not going to paint themselves out to be some horrible group of people that started a war with an alien race. They're going to twist the facts to say that they had no choice. They were being attacked. They defend themselves. And then we come along and read all this information. Oh, the Thargoids are horrible people. Oh, they've started attacking us. We need to fight them back. And that's not right, because we haven't got the full story. We need information, or we should be jumping in. And there's lots of clues that we're not really. When you look at the audio log that I just played, right at the end it says, "Why do they do it?" Well, you know, and then goes on to say, "Well, we'll just have to. Don't worry about that. We've just got to get off this system. Forget about it." So it's basically telling you not to worry about it, to move on. And that's kind of like that's what to think. It's quite subtle. It says, here's a conundrum, but don't worry about it. Got other things to do. Brain goes, don't worry about it now. It's only when you go back, start going over it, and you're like, so we should not be attacking Argoids when they attack us. What we should be doing is giving back their stuff. And they'll leave us alone. And if we give all their stuff back, maybe that's part of the communication process of becoming their friends. No? Sorry, we didn't mean to take all your stuff. Here, have it all back. Thank you. Very kind of you. Would you like to go to the coffee shop for a quick snack? No, we're not going to give you your stuff back. Stop off. Well, you and... You know what I mean? It's kind of different storylines, different dialogues. There is a question of, we've been fighting them now, and would that scenario of let's go and have a coffee or let's be given present? Well, we don't know. The thing is, we're not trying. We're not going to find out. The longer we leave it, the worse it will get. I do have a bit of a pet theory with regard to Argoids and Guardians of what by there was. So Argoids, it looked like they race first, or their area first, and they were seeding planets. Seeding planets mean lots of different things. The Guardians come along, find these planets and start terraforming them. Argoids have left long ago. They were seeding the planets but left. Like a strange thing to do. Seeding a planet for, say, terraforming it, and colonize it. So maybe you're storing something. With the seeding is storing. The Guardians along and they planets. Argoids come back, find their planets being destroyed. If you're seeding a planet, then you're planting seeds in the ground. It's the right time to plant. It's the right environment. And then someone comes along and puts it into a fridge. Changes the condition. I won't be very happy about that, are you? Spent all that time planting seeds. What are the seeds that you plant? Could be anything, could seeds. What do seeds represent? Seeds is about, it's the birth. Babies? Maybe they have a rather, I mean, they're insectoids, so maybe they have some sort of complicated reproduction. Cycle. Maybe it was storing stuff, a way that they store use later on. Spread your don't have all your eggs in one basket, so to speak. Put all your eggs in lots of baskets, lots of planets. Some idiot comes along and starts changing the environment, destroying your stuff. Now, in that instance, you might be blind with rage. So, if the Guardians were trying to contact Argoids, no communication. But they didn't communicate with us, they just started attacking. So we had to fight back. Well, that's because they've already destroyed years of work. Or maybe they did manage, because the Guardians are supposed to be very good at communication. Maybe they did make contact, but contact broke down. So it was as if contact never happened. You know what I mean? So the Guardians can say, we couldn't make contact with them. We made contact with them, we understood the language, but they didn't answer it. They didn't give us the answers we wanted to hear. It's kind of the same thing. It's our politician. So that they kind of, well, you know, terraforming was. I mean, spending a lot of time and money in terraforming, and they didn't know there were Thargoids there. Well, we assume that they didn't see to do. I mean, it might be that they knew, but they did it anyway. And when you look at a story like that and it makes sense, and it's the simplest storyline, it's normally the truth. Simplest story is not the truth. Complicated stories. So that's my my thoughts on the Thargoid Guardian storyline. I keep forgetting what they're called. I need to write stuff down when I'm talking about these things. And sort of as dogs. Excuse me. Have a drink. So it's down for posterity, or at least for a month or so while the stream's still there. The update is going to be happening soon. 15 minutes, 1:45. So we've got 11 minutes. I'm going to be down for 40 minutes. So I'm going to stop the stream and go and have breakfast. And then I'm going to come back. Yeah, so I'm going to come back at, what do we say, 1:45. So in about an hour's time. So just under an hour's time, I'm going to come back live, and it should be all fire and brimstone stuff going on. And then we shall see what we shall see. Incidentally, this ship that I'm in at the moment doesn't have any Guardian or Thargoid stuff on it. My other account is here as well, my Sentinel account, and that one is did have a Guardian booster on it, but what I've done is I've stored it. I don't have a Guardian booster. The idea being is that if there is an attack going on, let's see whether I get attacked or not, to prove my point. Yes. So, as I said, I'm going to end the stream now and be back at 8:45, and I'll see you then.